Hi, my name is Katie, and this semester I took a class at Manhattan College all about religion and music and how they can interact and how liturgical music can enhance somebody's religious experience. And so I never really went to church, and I was never really interested in going to church. But when I took this class, I was taking it mainly as a music class. It was to fulfill my religious requirement, but I was seeing it as more about learning music and learning about how different people can use music in their daily lives. And so for me, music has always been a big part of my life. I grew up, I was singing in chorus, I would do shows, I was in plays, I was always into the arts, and someone who was always there for me was my Nana. And so my Nana would be at every single show that she could go to, and if she couldn't come, she would call me before and after to break me a leg and then ask how it went. And so my Nana was at literally every single show she could go to. Chorus concerts, musicals, plays, band concerts, everything. But when I was a sophomore in high school, she started declining, and she couldn't really walk as much, and she was forgetting a lot. And so we brought her into an assisted living home, and so she wasn't really able to come to my shows. But my senior year of high school, it was my last ever musical at Leominster High, and I really wanted my Nana to be there because I knew that her being in the audience would be the inspiration for me to push just that little bit harder and make my last performance that tiny little bit better. And so with a lot of arranging, my mom got my Nana to be able to go to the performance, and she was able to sit with my family and everything and see my show. And it was amazing because sometimes she wouldn't recognize me, or she wouldn't recognize my cousins or my mom or my aunt. But after the show, even with my hair and makeup from the show, she recognized me, and she congratulated me, and she told me she was so proud of me immediately, the second she saw me. And so it was just the perfect experience, and seeing my Nana there was amazing, and having her support was the best thing that I could ever ask for. And then my freshman year of college, I got a call halfway through the first semester saying that my Nana had had a stroke and that I should come home and start to say my goodbyes to her. And so I went home on a Sunday to see her. I spent all of Monday with her, and I kind of just said goodbye to her. But when I came back to school for the week, I didn't feel complete. And I was really nervous that I wasn't going to be able to say goodbye to her again. And so I went home the next weekend as soon as I possibly could, and I was in the nick of time. I was able to see her. And my best friend Calvin came with me, and so he and I were sitting in her room, and she wasn't really responding, but she knew that we were there. And so all day I was just telling Calvin stories of my Nana, about horseback riding, about her music, about her paintings, all that kind of stuff, and pretty much just giving a recap of her life. And when we left, I said, "Bye, Nana, I'll see you tomorrow." And then Calvin and I left, and we went home, and then about 10 minutes after we got home, we got the call that she had passed. So Calvin and I went back, and it was a really hard car ride because we were with my mom, and it was just me, my mom, and Calvin. And we didn't know what to do. We didn't know if we should listen to music, so we sat there in silence. And so we went back and we said our final goodbyes to my Nana, and on the car ride back, my phone automatically connected to the car to play Bluetooth, and it started playing music. And I was kind of nervous, but the song No Peace in Quiet by Delta Rae came on. And it's just a song about someone leaving and this person hoping that they come back someday. And it was kind of the perfect song because it's exactly what all of us were feeling. And my mom started crying again, and I started crying, and even Calvin started crying because he felt like he knew her after hearing all about her life for the past day. And so I heard that song on the way home from seeing her for the last time, and then it came on the radio again after her funeral, and it's the only time I've ever heard it on the radio. So now every single time I hear that song, I just think of my Nana, and I think of how someday I will be able to meet her again. And this is a song that I've connected to very recently, and it's helped me to understand how people can connect to music really easily. And the way that I see it, if I can use music to connect to my Nana, or my Nana can use music to connect to me, then I completely understand how people can use music to connect to God and to connect to their religion and to enhance their religious experience. And this is what I believe.